What's up, guys? I'm going to go ahead and rebuild my capture PC tonight. I sold off my i9 system to a friend of mine and didn't really think about what I was doing, and in the process basically sold off the only system I could use to capture video with my Avermedia capture card. I tried putting it in with my Threadripper, but when I do HDR recording, it seems like I get some weird garbled colors and so forth when I try to play games and record at the same time with that system. So I'm going to go ahead and build a separate system out again. So pretty much reusing certain components from previous builds, and got a different case and a different board because I had my i5 in the ITX build, and so now we're going to be putting it in the standard ATX build to get another PCI Express slot to allow me to use that capture card. So to start off, we've got the MSI MPG Z390 Gaming Plus motherboard. Pretty inexpensive, but should work for our purposes. We've got our Avermedia GC573 4K 60 frames a second HDR capture card. We've got an i5 9600K CPU. I bought a Noctua NH-L9i Chromax black low profile cooler because I was originally going to put it in the ITX build, but now I'm just going to use it for this. It should still be fine, and it'll look good because everything in here is going to be black again, kind of like my other build. We've got a PNY GTX 1650, not a super edition, it's one of the original ones, but it's fine for NVIDIA encoder, which is all I need for this to do the capture. I've got 16 gigs of Patriot Viper memory, that's 3000 megahertz. I got a Photon 550 watt gold certified power supply, fully modular. I don't really like the cables that they use. They're kind of those flat, ugly cables, but it's fine for this. It's, again, it doesn't have to be super pretty or anything. I just want it to function. And like I say, it is a nice little gold certified supply. More than enough power for the components that we're using. And we've got finally the NZXT, I believe it's an H510 compact ATX tower. So it's big enough to hold a full motherboard, but it's not much bigger than like a micro ATX case, so it's not going to be too big and ugly. It comes with two fans. You can see there's a 120mm on the back and a 120mm on the top, and then I've got an additional one of my previous 140mm Fantex fans. I'm going to throw that in the front, and I really think that ought to be sufficient airflow for this. Again, we're using very low wattage components. We're not going to be doing anything that's, you know, ultra crazy when it comes to power consumption, so should be fine. But with that said, I'm just going to do a quick speed build tonight. I'm not going to do a lot of commentary or anything. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. As always, make sure to hit that like button and maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you haven't already done so, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. Thanks. Bye, cutie. Bye.